Hey, welcome back. So in this video, we will discuss about the math object in JavaScript. Okay. So the math object in JavaScript allows you to perform some mathematical operations and tasks. Okay. So what exactly do I mean? So inside of the JavaScript, if I just do console log of capital M math. Okay. So if I just do that and save that, as you can see here, we are having a bunch of things here. Okay. So in that way, you can check out the objects in JavaScript. So here we are having E, we are having ln2, ln10, okay, and so on and so forth. We are having Math.PI. Then we are having Math.abs. So it will return us the absolute value. So I will show some of the the values, like the constants, and some of the methods inside of the math object in JavaScript. Okay. So let's see all of that in action. All right. So this is the math object basically. So let's do console log of math.py. Okay. Capital PI. So we are getting pi here. So pi might be important if you are calculating the basically the perimeter or the area of a circle or a sphere. Okay. So this is quite useful there. Okay. Then we have the console log math.e. Okay. So this is the Euler's number. All right. Then what we have the ln2. So console log math.l. Let's do ln2. Okay. So this is one. So in case if you have done some mathematics, you will find these ones very useful. Okay, then we can do something like this. So console log math.ln10 here as well. So these are many of the constant values. Okay, then we have many of the methods here. Okay, the first method which we will see is the math.round method. Okay, so the math.round basically rounds to the nearest integer. So what exactly do I mean? So let's do console log. So math.round, this is a method, and here we have to pass a number. So let's do 4.6 or let's do 5.6. Okay, so as you can see, we are getting 6 here. All right. So in case if I just do something like this, so let's do 5.2 here. So we are getting 5 here. So this round function will return the nearest integer. All right. So this is the round function. Then we have the Math.ceil function. Okay. So it will round up. All right. So let's do console log math.ceil. Okay. And let's do 1.2. As you can see, it will round up to 2. All right. So what I'll do, I'll just comment out all of these here. Okay. All right. So we have the math.ceil, which will round up. Then we have the math.floor, which will round down. Okay. So console log, let's do math.floor and let's do 9. Okay. It is still getting us 5 because it is rounding down. All right. So this is the math.floor method. All right. Then we have some other methods as well. One of them is the math.pow or the power. So console log math.pow. Okay. And here, as you can see, it will take two numbers, number x and the y, basically here inside of the documentation here. And the base value of the expression here, it returns the value of a base expression taken to the specified power. So what do I mean? Let's do 2, 3. Okay. So we are getting 8. So it is returning us 2 to the power of 3. All right. Then we have the square root function. So console log math.sqrt square root. And here we have to pass a number. Let's do something like 100. And we are getting 10. So it will return us the square root. Okay. Then we have the absolute value here. So the math.abs function. So console log math.abs absolute, and let's do a number negative 6.5. So we are getting the absolute value, which is 6.5. Then in case if you have done some trigonometry, then you will find it useful. We have the math.sin, math.cos, and so on and so forth. Okay. The other thing which I want to point out here is that we are having these two methods, which is the math.min and the math.max. So console log math.min, let's do 0, let's do 5, let's do negative 6, let's do 7, and so on. So as you can see, we are getting negative 6 here. So it will return us the minimum value. Then we will have the math.max here. It will return the maximum value. All right. And then we have the log method here as well, in case if you want to do something like logarithm. So console log math.log, and then as you can see, we are having log 2, log 10, and so on and so forth. Okay, so let's do log, and it is base e. Okay, remember it is base e. In case if you want to do base 2, then you have to do log 2. Okay, let's do 1, so it is 0, and so on and so forth. Okay, let's do 3, it is something like this, and so on. Let's do 1. Okay, so math.log, log 2, and log 10, and so on. Now, one of the main reasons why we are discussing about the math object is that we can generate random numbers with the math object. We have a function called math.random. Okay, so let's see that in action. So console log math.random. All right. As you can see, it returns a pseudo-random number between 0 and 1. All right. Let's save that. We are getting 0.9. Save that once again, 0.3, 0.2, 1, 1, 9, 7, and so on and so forth. As you can see, each and every time we are getting a random number here. Okay. So now, for example, you want to generate a random number from, let's say, 1 to 10. Okay, so how you can do that? You can do that quite easily. So we can do console log math.random, and we want from 1 to 10. Okay, also one thing to point out here, it will return us the number between 0 to 1, but the 1 will not be included. Okay, so this is something to keep in mind. So here we want to return a random number from 1 to 10. So what we can do, it will return us a random number from 0 to 1. So we can just multiply that by 10. Okay, now as you can see, if I just get rid of this one, so comment out this one, so we will be getting a number from 0 to 9. Okay, a pseudo random number. Now the thing is 10 is not included here. To include that, what we have to do here, we have to add, okay, let me just do something like this. We have to add 1 after this, plus 1. All right, so if I just do that, then if I just do something like this, as you can see, we are getting 9, 9, 3, 6, 9, 1, 9, 7, 8. Let's do something like this. We should get 10 here as well. There we go. We are getting 10 here as well. All right, but now we are getting these long decimal points. So now, as you can see, we are getting this decimal point here. Okay, so how we can convert this decimal point number to the integer and round down that? We can use this one, the math.floor here. Okay, so let's do Math.floor, and here what we have to do something like this. Okay, I know this might be a little bit complicated, but there we go. So we are rounding it down. All right, so we are getting the math.random. So we are getting a random number from 0 to 1. We are multiplying that by 10. So we are getting a random number from 0 to 9. Then we are adding 1 to it so that we can get a random number from 1 to 10. And then we are rounding the number down. Okay, so now as you can see, if I just save that, wait some time, 9, 8, 1. Okay, 1. Let's add a 10 here. All right, we are getting a 10. So as you can see, in that way we can generate random numbers. Okay, and this is quite useful for us, right? Whenever we want to make some random numbers, we use the math.random for that. Awesome. So in this video, we have learned about the math object in JavaScript.